Hey, this is Chris. Thanks NSA for considering me for the 2018 scholarship. I became a professional member of NSA in July 2017, and so far it's been a great experience. I look forward to going to my first influence this year actually, and I look forward to giving back as well. So this video is going to show you my videos of me presenting and also testimonials and a couple of organizations that I presented for as well. Hope you enjoy. Thanks. Just think about what your audience is currently doing at the moment. All right. For instance, what are we usually doing on Friday at 4 o'clock? Happy hour. Right? Sounds like y'all like to have fun over here. Right? I should come back here. I should come back here. All right. So they said happy hour, margaritas. What else?
Where do you guys work?
Going home. Driving home. Right. So 4 o'clock on a Friday. Is that a good time to send an email newsletter?
No.
All right, so just think about what are they currently doing at the moment. And for instance, this is general times, but let's say for instance you're selling, you have an online store selling clothing, and maybe a lot of your audience is on these channels late at night at 11. All right, so maybe that's a little bit different. And the good thing is, all right, so throughout the seminar, I'm going to tell you about each of these platforms, what audiences is it younger, old, male, female, things like that. So you want to focus on two of these platforms. And then the other platforms, you can just set up the profile so you can be available on there in case your customers are looking for you.
Hello, Dean DePice here.
Dr. Jeff Sherman.
We are in New Jersey. We just had 2 amazing days with Chris. And, something just happened a moment ago that's just my testimonial. I'm done. It was a mind-blowing 2 days. I mean, it could easily have been that, I just stopped after day 1. There was so much content. I never stopped writing. I was recording stuff. And then finally I said, let me go back to the very first hour, the first thing he asked us to do. And all we did was I went back to my web hostess and I had her change one thing. And as soon as it changed, it took like 25 minutes till it changed on the listing of my website. Instantly, I went from the 4th page in one search engine and the bottom of the first page in another search engine to the first non-solicited ad spot in the hunt for TLC. So I'm sold. The guy was humorous. He was fun.
Hands-on, which is what I feel is the most important key. So, Chris, thank you very much, and we look forward to working with you some more.
It was really great. Thank you.
All right, thanks. Great. It's a good question about audiences. So, to take a step back, many people, many companies, teams, they ask about what channel do I choose to get the most engagement, the most results on all of these platforms, email, online, offline, brochures, how to get the most engagement, what to really choose. Because we all know each of these channels you can have a specific job for. One person can be dedicated to email marketing, that's their whole job, right? So what about the smaller team that doesn't have those resources to hire 5, 10 different people for those specific roles? All right. What I always recommend is think about where is your audience at? All right, who is your audience first and where are they at? Because once you know where your audience is at, that's where you want to spend most of your time. All right, so you don't have to go and be on all of these popular platforms that are coming out right now, but think about, okay, is that my age range, the audience, my age range? Is that my target audience? Am I targeting mostly women? Am I targeting mostly men? Or maybe I'm targeting just the younger audience. So that's where you want to focus on audience first. And then from there, you could see which ones work the best and then see how you can grow further after that. Let's talk about how you can use LinkedIn for your business or your personal brand. All right, just like we mentioned before, keywords. And the key thing to remember about LinkedIn, it operates just like a search engine in the sense that it gives the searcher the best results possible. So if you're a recruiter or if you're trying to do business with somebody and you search for a professional on LinkedIn, it's going to give you the best professional possible. All right, so mention the keywords that we talked about before. Utilizing those 5 keywords that you said, those 5 keywords that you said within your summary, within your job descriptions, within anything that's on your LinkedIn profile as well, that really helps. That's one of the number 1 tips to get found higher on LinkedIn. Not only that, but having recommendations. Recommendations is a key way to increase your rankings on LinkedIn. So I would recommend having one recommendation for each job that you have. Or if you're a business, I would recommend getting endorsements from your customers, because as well as personal brands have recommendations, companies have endorsements as well. So getting those recommendations. All right, that's the second. Our third is getting connections. Getting connections, whether it's your coworkers or whether people that you network with. All those combined will help you have a better search results in LinkedIn. Because think about it, would LinkedIn rather show you a business that just got on LinkedIn or a business that's established with endorsements? They're going to give you the ones that are familiar, just like on the internet. If you have a website that you built 2 years ago, you're going to show up higher than the person that just built their site yesterday. So like they factor in recommendations, connections, and keywords. So you can see how all these can be useful for your brand or your business. Wish y'all best of luck online. My name's Chris West. Thanks. So we talked about search engine optimization, but the problem with that is it takes a long time. All right. So for example, if you wanted to rank, you just started your website today, you want to rank for Honolulu Museum, all right? It can take 6 months to even if you do these tips I mentioned, it can take 6 months for you to rank higher on the searches. But what if you have a special that you want to offer literally next week? So you can do pay-per-click advertising and that'll get you on the first page in the next week, really quick.
Aloha. I really enjoyed the workshop, the social media workshop with Chris West today. What I really enjoyed is that he took it at a nice, slow pace. Sometimes people that have knowledge of this information can say, oh, it's really quite easy, and they rush headlong into the information, but he was very engaging, very patient with us, and was highly informative. And it was very enjoyable. Aloha, Chris. Thank you.